Hello wherever I'm in this Jaden's videos, and this is day 3 of the Nightmare House 2021 The Mortem Manor haunt builds. Now just because I say it's day 3 doesn't mean I haven't been working on stuff ever since the last one. I've been working on a lot of stuff. It just wasn't enough all in one day to make one build video, but today I'm planning on doing quite a bit. The date that I'm filming this is September 18th. I hope to have this up not too long after that. The haunt is full force ahead. Obviously, I'm still working on the interior of the mansion, which I hope to have done by the end of this month. I am not going to start the actual cemetery portion of the haunt until October because that's outside and I don't want stuff to get ruined. So I hope to have the interior of the mansion done by the end of September. Halloween's coming. It's only about 43 or 44 days away. I don't really remember which number, but it's coming. It's really close, and so we're cranking down on this haunt, and let me show you the progress I've made so far. So, first things first, ladies and gentlemen. I've shown the bookshelf, and excuse this whole mess down here. This is because I'm working on stuff, but Towering Chain Ghost, I don't know if I showed him before. I am pretty positive I had not shown him in here before, but he is super cool. I have a black light on him, which originally it was a blue light, but I changed it. But I have a black light on him. He looks great in the dark. He looks absolutely awesome in this corner here. I love it. I have a lion statue down there, which I really like. I don't know. I don't think I showed this other wall before. I might have. Maybe, maybe not. And I don't know if I mentioned the whole deal of me putting like half a wall up there. But here's the bookshelf, still basically the same as last time I showed it, except that I added a little portrait up here, which I think looks cool. This is not going to go here, but I want to show it. I got this at the oddity store today. This is a really creepy doll that looks like it's straight out of the Victorian era. I mean, it is an actual antique doll, but I don't think it's as old as the Victorian era. But it looks just like it, so I think it'll go great in Emily's room, which is the bride, because I'm just going to have a bunch of junk and stuff in there, or not really junk, but old stuff. I also got this ship, because Victor Mortem is supposed to be a sailor, so I thought this would look cool in the mansion. Not at the oddity store, I just got this at a thrift store, but this is super cool. Both of these are going to be great set pieces, really happy with those. Already showed all this, nothing's really changed in this room, I don't think. Most of the change has happened right on over here, because first things first, I want to mention these black foam walls here. This is the night sky for when you look out the window in the hallway. This is going to be the night sky, so they're just painted black just because, I mean, there's going to be trees and lighting out there, so it'll look like you're looking outside. And there's not too much space in between here and the actual mansion walls, but that's not a big deal at all. It really isn't, doesn't matter. But I got these walls up, which is big progress. Got this wall, and then this wall, and as you can see here, I got a grandfather clock for the haunt, which is perfect. At the very end of the hallway, I need to fix this door because it's not shutting. So I need to somehow figure out how to fix that, but it does not want to shut anymore. I need to fix that somehow. I'm not really sure how though. I'll figure something out with it. Actually, this might fix it. Nope, I don't think that's going to fix it. No, maybe. I don't really know how these work and how they close. Yeah, I don't know. I'll have to fix that another way. But I got a grandfather clock. It was only 40 bucks, which I think is a great deal for a grandfather clock because they are very rare and very hard to find. Now, one thing I want to mention is it's set on 10 o'clock because in the haunt audio, I have a grandfather clock that rings 10 times. What's the significance of 10 in this year's haunt? Well, it's the 10th anniversary of Nightmare House, so 10 is the hour, which I think is a nice little Easter egg there. But these walls, now I was having an issue with walls. These ones, very simple because they're just stuck in between the boxes behind the set and then actual set pieces. Very easy to get these ones to stand. However, with walls that are not like that, this one again, very easy to get to stand. However, with walls that are not like that, like this one, it was hard to figure out what to do, but I finally figured out something. I put a support beam there. Ooh, I need to turn this brightness down. I put a support beam there, and that's kind of held to the roof with an L bracket. Some of these can't be held on with L brackets though, so I'm not sure what I'm going to do with those because this is a drywall ceiling, so, or it's cement, or I don't know what it is, but it's something. It's not wood, so, but this portion of the roof had wood, so that was able to be screwed into there. And then this right here, obviously the wall the beam was put here, and the wall is drilled into this beam. Now that still didn't, I mean, it did the trick at keeping the wall in place, but it didn't make it look good. It was all bent and everything. So then I put a bunch of L brackets connecting this wall to that wall, which kind of just helps stabilize both of them. So there's a bunch of L brackets in there. It took like 20 minutes just for this one wall, but I think it's definitely one of the best looking walls because it's got all that support. So that's a good thing. Now what I'm gonna do, oh, I also forgot to say I got this wall up, which my dad actually suggested this. We literally just screwed it into the bookshelf and it stays perfectly, which is great. I'm gonna have to try to move past the gravedigger here. Yikes, there's so much stuff. But okay, so this is the foyer, the first foyer wall, which did have to be cut down at the top there, or it's gonna hit the garage door. So it does need to be cut, but I cut that down. And I did kind of do a support beam with this. What I did, I have a support beam right here, which is kind of wedged in between boxes and stuff. I'm not really sure how well that's gonna stay, but it's kind of keeping the wall in place right now. But another thing that's keeping the wall in place is a screw from this wall is stopping it from going forward. But I'm gonna do, in just a minute, I'm gonna do some L brackets here just to get that more secure and make that look better. Now this needs to be an open space because there are cords and stuff back there that I need to get to in between this area of the foyer and the library and then the halls that way. That's kind of my main powerhouse center right here is where all the power is going to be coming from. So I need to keep this open. And now this is not a big enough area for a full wall anyways. So what I think I'm going to do with this, I know the butler of Mortem Manor is going to go like right around here. This is where the fireplace is going to go, and he's going to go right around here. So what I think I'm going to do with this is actually just make a, because I got some fabric for curtains to just have be like doorways that aren't noticeable at all to guests, really. They'll just kind of blend in with the background. I think what I'm going to do is I'm probably going to put a curtain here for this to be a doorway so I can get back there. So there's not going to be another wall there. So there's just one wall here, and then there's not going to be another one there. Now there are going to be walls here, which this is posing a problem. The walls that are going to go here are posing a problem because this is where the garage door comes up, which obviously the garage door is going to need to be open when the haunt is open because this is how guests get through, is through this front area here. That posed a problem last year where I had to cut down the walls. However, it was easier because those were foam walls and they held in with cinder blocks just fine. Wood walls do not hold with cinder blocks very well because they bend at the top because of how top heavy they are. So, what I'm going to need to do with that is I'm probably going to have to, obviously most of my walls are wood, but I'm probably going to have to make a few walls that are foam. They're still going to have the same pattern, so I'm hoping it won't be noticeable and that they'll still blend in just fine. I'm still going to get the molding on. Actually, I did a better way with the molding on these because the glue was not supporting it at all, so I actually just put screws in and it's perfectly fine now. But with the, I might need to do foam walls for this right here that go along here. That way they can be held in with cinder blocks. Also, over here is going to have to be that same deal. There's going to be a wall there, wall there, wall there. I don't even know how many more walls do I have to do. I have to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm hoping that's 5 right there. And then I need to do 1 there to block the stuff here from the outside when those garage doors are open. 1 there, probably like 2 right there. So I have to do about 7 more walls. I need to put like 7 more up, which isn't bad. That's not bad at all because the walls don't take long to put up at all as long as I have good support for them. They don't take long at all. So I should have all these walls up soon. I'm not going to have them all up today. I'm going to get some stuff done today that you're going to see on film. But I'm not going to have every wall up today, of course, because I still need to paint those foam ones since I need to do foam for this stuff. So I'm going to paint those soon, but I'm not going to have them up today. Today, what I want to do is get another one of the hallway walls done. Maybe get another one of these walls done. I don't know, because that might need to be foam, but it might not, because it might be able to attach to the wall that's already there. I don't know yet. I'll figure something out with that. But I know I'm not going to be able to get this curtain in today, but I know I'm going to attach these here. Is something I'm going to do. Then I'm probably going to get the curtains. Whoops. I'm probably going to get the curtains that are going to go here, because there's going to be a curtain here, and a curtain that's going to go here up today. so I can block those places off. There goes an ice cream truck. And I might do some more detailing and stuff in scenes if I'm able to get some more stuff done. I don't know yet, but we'll see what happens. So far, this build video has just been showing you stuff that I've been gradually doing, but I'm going to actually get into the builds right now. Okay, so not much was done today, but most of the reason I wanted to record a haunt build video today was to show you the stuff that I've been getting done that I didn't show already. Now, let's get into the stuff that was done. Well, I mean, you already saw these walls and stuff earlier. I don't know if I showed this one fully intact earlier, but if I didn't, there it is. But I'm pretty sure I did. This wall I secured better. I'll move over here and show you. I secured this one better. I didn't do the L brackets here, which originally I was going to put L brackets on these two, but actually it would be easier because I don't know how this beam is staying so well. I'm so surprised it is, because it wasn't even that secure before, but somehow it's literally not even moving at all. But that beam is staying so well that all I did was secure this wood onto that beam a little bit better, so that's more sturdy, and I secured this one better as well. Now it's still bending a bit there, but I'm going to fix that. I put the butler where he's going to go. Obviously he doesn't have any walls or anything behind him yet, but I put him where he's going to go. Now I had this idea for the walls where I originally said I was going to use put foam boards here and put those up with cinder blocks. I had this idea that I don't know if it'll work, but I'm going to try it, because I'm going to try it on this one right here, because this one will actually, no, it wasn't this one that I was going to try it on. It was going to be, pretty sure it was going to be this one, or it was going to be one of them, where I was going to put, I'm going to do with the beam again, but instead of having it reach the ceiling, because obviously these ones over here can't reach the ceiling because the garage door goes up, I'm going to build a stand for the beams where it's like 2 wooden planks coming out from the beam, and hopefully that will stabilize it, and then the beam can just stand freely. I don't know if that's going to work, but if it does, then that will be pretty cool. Up here, I want to show you this because this is something I got done that I really like. This coyote head up here. I've had this for a couple years, but I've literally never used it in a haunt. Actually, I got it after Halloween in 2019. I got it for Christmas that year. So if I would have gotten it before Halloween that year, I would have been able to use it, because 2019 was a farm. Last year obviously was a laboratory theme, so this wouldn't really have a use, but this year I have a use for it because Victorian mansions typically have taxidermy. So I thought it would look cool above the grandfather clock here, and I think it does. It looks really cool right there, especially when a light gets shined on it. I think that's going to look great. Definitely looks like something that you'd see in a Victorian era mansion. Looks really cool, I think. I like it up there. I mean, it's not the biggest taxidermy head, but I think it looks good there. I wouldn't want a big one above the grandfather clock anyways. Up here, I got this from my grandma. The old spirit candelabras that they used to make. So she's letting me use that for Halloween because she bought it years and years ago. And that's perfect for the haunt because it's a candelabra. Now, one thing I don't like about these is I don't like how they have skulls on them. I mean, sure, I get it because they're for decoration purposes, but for haunt purposes, I would prefer if it didn't have skulls on them because it's kind of weird. But in the dark, you're not going to be able to tell, so it's not a big deal. But that's one less candelabra that I have to spend money on, which is good because I definitely need candelabras in the haunt. I mean, it's a haunted mansion. I don't know if it's going to stay up there. Depends on how it looks lit up there, and it depends on how it looks in other areas. I can't really think of somewhere else where it would go, though, simply because in Emily's room I don't want it in there because I don't want there to be any like lighting source in there. I mainly just want that to be the moonlight effect, which actually I just remind myself I need to turn on the lights to show you the lights in the dark ever since they've been changed around. But I'll show that in just a moment. I don't want it in Emily's room. In the foyer, I don't really think I would want to use it because I don't really want candelabras in the foyer because the butler's holding a candelabra, though I might put a candelabra. Actually, also because I wanted to put, where is it? The big candelabra I got in the foyer. That was something I wanted to put in the foyer as well. So I don't know if I want any little ones in there because that'll just be too much. The hallway, I'm not really going to have any tables in the hallway to put a candelabra on, most likely, because the hallway is very skinny. I don't want to put any tables in it. It could be a tripping hazard. But if there is enough room for a little table, then heck yeah, I'll get one, and then I can put the candelabra on there. But I do want a candelabra in the library, because the orange light is supposed to simulate candlelight, so it only makes sense if there's a candelabra where that light is seemingly coming from. Originally I tried it down here, but I didn't like how it looked that low down, so I have it up there, which I actually do think it looks good up there. I just don't know if it'll look better somewhere else. I'm sure I'll get more candelabras though, so it doesn't really matter, because I can have one up there or one somewhere else. You know, so it doesn't really matter. I think that's going to stay there, because I do like how it looks there. I think I already mentioned I do need to make half of a wall for that. If I didn't, that's what I need to do. I literally only need to make the top half of the wall and then screw it into this, so I don't have to make a full wall, so it looks like there's a full wall behind it. So that's why that looks open right now, but that will be fixed for sure. Without further ado, let's show you what the lighting looks like now. Let me turn this up a bit. I think that's the highest it'll go. Alrighty, but you can't really see in Emily's room at all anymore because I turned down the lighting in there a ton. I made it way darker in there, which kind of worries me for video's sake for when I'm doing the walkthrough of the haunt. I'm a little bit worried that the camera won't pick that up too well, but obviously during the walkthrough I can just turn up the brightness. But I'm also thinking once I get the lighting in the other parts of the haunt, because obviously these 3 lights are the only parts that are lit right now. There's going to be a lot more. Once I get the other lighting, I think it'll definitely make it a little bit brighter in here overall, and it will make it easier to see that. I do want it as dark in here as possible though, because obviously haunts should be dark, and a haunted mansion should definitely be dark because it's only lit by candlelight. Not really, but you know, it's the effect I'm going for, is that it's lit by candlelight, and then the blues and stuff are more so just ghostly lights. So here in the last build video I had this light up here and it was shining down on the whole library because Towering Chain Ghost wasn't there, and the bookshelf is moved over a ton from where it was before. Let me turn the light on because I didn't even mention that. The bookshelf was moved over a ton for Towering Chain Ghost to go right there. Now, obviously, Towering Chain Ghost did not look very good with the orange. So originally, I just kept the floodlight there and turned it to blue. And I thought he looked pretty cool lit up blue. But then I thought, you know what? It might be better because it will save me more lighting and it will make it so I can put more lighting in more places because I'll have more lighting to use if I don't use a floodlight on him and use a black light, because I still needed to light the bookshelf somehow. So I put a black light there, which I think looks just as good as the blue. I mean, the blue looked really cool. Trust me, the blue looked great. But I think the black light looks just as good on him. I think it looks super cool. It only illuminates half of him, and I think it looks great. And then I moved the floodlight and attached it to the top of the bookshelf. So now the floodlight is only shining down on the bookshelf. It's hitting the ghost a little bit, but that's not a problem. And it's hitting the lion there on the floor too, which is a good thing. But it's mostly shining down on the bookshelf, and I think that looks great. Once, this looks kind of weird right now, how it's shining on basically nothing. But once there's a lot more books in here, that'll be great. Also, I really do like how the black light illuminates this a little bit. Definitely gives some different contrast between the colors, and I like it. You can't see the candelabra up there right now because it doesn't have batteries, but once it has batteries in it, I'm sure that'll look great too. But like I said, this looks kind of barren right now, but that's because I need to get more books for the bookshelf. And I went around looking for books today, and I came back with a doll and a ship. But that's fine. I'm going to get books eventually. They were just kind of expensive at the places I looked today, because I can't just get any old books. I have to get, or actually, that is what I want, is old books. But I can't just get any books I see. I want old books. So, it's going to be a little tricky to find a bunch, but I'm going to keep going. I'm going to keep looking for them. But overall, really happy with how the haunt is turning out so far. Towering Chain Ghost looks great when he's activated, but I'm not going to activate him in this video just yet. I am going to sign off now for this haunt build video. I hope you all enjoyed it. In the next haunt build video, I'm hoping to have that wall done, which I don't know when this will be. This could be tomorrow, this could be a couple days, because I might just do a little bit tomorrow. It might be the same thing where I just add a little bit gradually every day until it's finally enough to make a build video on. I don't know what's going to happen. But I need to get that wall in. I'm gonna get that wall in. I'm gonna get the other walls in, of course. And as soon as I get some more lights, which on Amazon they usually ship overnight, so I might be able to do that tonight. I don't know. I'm gonna put a light, because that hook's there. I'm gonna shine the hallway light, or the grandfather clock light rather, from that and shine it on there. I don't know what color I'm doing yet. Probably the orange for candlelight, but I don't know. We'll figure it out. But so far, so good, and I'm happy with the haunt progress so far. I hope you all enjoyed. Stay tuned for the next one, because it is coming soon. Keep howling at the moon, my werewolves.